On January 25, 2019, two NCAA gymnastics teams, BYU Cougars and Utah State Aggies, went head-to-head in an exciting matchup. Each gymnast brought her own artistry, strength, and determination to the floor, bars, and beam. In this video, we'll revisit the standout performances from Faith Leary, Natasha Marsh, Deharde, Boden, Madison Ward, Shannon Evans, Elie Golison, and Hanna Miller. Sit back, enjoy the routines, and relive the energy of that unforgettable night.
That's what the line judges will be looking at. Faith has a little bit different routine. She starts with her twisting moves. She ends with a double back. Most people choose to start with the double back. It's considered a harder move. It does show a high level of fitness when the gymnasts are able to end with double backs. Leap pass there. You're required to do a leap with at least a 180-degree split. Getting ready for that final pass. Huge double back. The judges are looking at how high these double backs are thrown. Should they not have enough amplitude, or they are not considered to be done high enough, the deduction?
Now you may have seen as Faith lined up for that third and final pass, she moved her feet into the corner and stepped on the white. The red flag did go up, so that'll be another 10th deduction for Utah State.
It's so disappointing when that happens, because it's just a fault in your thinking. You're just not focusing enough. You're getting ready for your tumbling pass, and you just really kick yourself.
You can see that her left heel is just a hair
Slightly
over onto that
out.
white line, and the judge flag, sure enough.
She will pay so much attention to that in the meets coming up, as will her teammates.
Elodie Cyrene, a quarter point better than Cheyenne Hill and Abby Minor, and that's saying something because they both scored a 9.825. She's in with a 9.850. And here is Natasha Marsh.
And that's what we want to see on beam. We want to see the scores continually rising. And Natasha is a high scorer as well. She is just very consistent. She is just a calm force on the team.
Marsh told us yesterday she had a significant back injury when she was a sophomore in high school, and she said, calm me down. It probably brought me back down to earth where I needed to be because I was really cocky until that point, and then it was like a reality check.
Beautiful flick lay. Typically the acro series is considered the most difficult part of a beam routine. That and the front side move. You do have to go both forward and backward on floor and beam.
Natasha scored a career best 9.9 on the beam in that opening meet against Utah, 9.75 a week ago.
A little bit of a bobble on that ring jump. I love Natasha's ring jump. She throws her head back, which is required of a ring jump, and it makes it so you lose sight of the beam. It's a very brave way to do that.
And we should know, Michael Bublé is playing too low, very even keel temperament, and the consistent performer for Guard Young's BYU squad. She awaits her score on the balance beam.
Which for an event like beam, you want someone who's really even keel. You don't want to get too excited and hype yourself right off the beam.
Deharde for the Aggies onto the floor.
Is one of those gymnasts that mounts with a double pike. It looks like I didn't see the flag go up. So she will not receive a deduction because she stepped on the line and not over it. She's good to go. She will not receive a line deduction.
So with that additional padding, your foot has to be over that taped line.
Yes.
Not just on, if it's on it, on
then
the
you're
white.
good.
Yeah, okay, but if it's on the taped line, then you are safe.
Autumn's been very intentional about the way she's designed her routine. She does that back layout after her second pass. It's a little bit easier to stick, and we'll see. She does something here called Shushanova. Out of her final pass. Front handspring Rudy, Shushanova right to the belly. You're obviously not going to be receiving stepping deductions if you're landing on your belly. The gymnasts are allowed to do one Shushanova type landing per routine. It's just a difficult skill that most people choose not to. Very strategic of her to use it.
All the way from Sussex, Wisconsin to Logan, Utah, and here is
that was close.
Near foot fault.
I think she might have got lucky. I think that might have gone over. That's how gymnasts sometimes the judges take more than you think they would, and sometimes they let you get away with something. Regardless, it was a great set.
She is right there, yes. Deharde finishing strong on 9-9, which she scored against Utah, and Marsh is all smiles as she is now set to watch Abby Boden, the 5th to compete on the balance. The Cougars already pacing for maybe their season best on balance beam.
Abby has a very difficult pass. She does her front toss right there in a pike position. And being in this position that Abby's in right now, the first 4 girls have already hit and received amazing scores. It's almost like you can breathe a little bit because everyone is just doing so well. Split quarter there out of her loop pass. You can see her teammates in the background. Everyone's just so excited. They know she's good at this dismount. Stuck landing. 5 for 5 so far for BYU. There's literally no pressure on their 6th girl. They already
5 in this rotation. Ranked Red Rocks of Utah. They'll need another big score either from Boden or Evans to equal that, if not surpass it. But either way, I mean, we talked about hitting that station.
Oh yeah.
You hit 49.25.
Huge.
Now we're really talking.
Yes.
It appears BYU will do that and then some. Here's Madison Ward Sessions, enormous first pass.
Enormous. You'll see in the replays when she does that skill, she doesn't do a back handspring with it, which is impressive. The back handspring typically straightens your tumbling out and gives you a little more power, and she doesn't even use her arms. When we watch the gymnasts that grab their legs with their arms, and that's what helps create the rotation. She doesn't do that at all. Everything she does is high and huge.
Her birthday yesterday, and now competing today as the reigning floor specialist of the week in the Mountain Rim Gymnastics Conference.
Get ready for that final pass. Does not move her feet at all. On floor, you are allowed to take 1 step back. It is called a lunge. If you can do your floor pass without doing the lunge, it is so impressive. Here's that first pass. You're going to see how unnecessary her arms are on it. She goes round off immediately into the full. Look at them. They're just out there, and she is so strong. She's able to just use her core and her legs to pull the legs around and create that rotation. Huge back 1.5 into the front layout.
Final pass for Madison Ward Sessions. Scored a 9.875 in this event 1 week ago. Part of her all-around vic today. Abby Boden with a 9.875. So regardless of what Shannon Evans does here, BYU will score at worst a 49.275.
That's such a great way to be going into your sixth performer, especially when your sixth performer is as good as Shannon Evans. She is just so dynamic. Everything she does is crisp and high. And there's never any question when you're watching her. It's hit solid and it's hit with such confidence.
She wastes little time. She likes to perform quickly and precisely.
That was such a good cover. She was literally wobbling as she was dancing. But because she kept dancing, they can't really take deductions for it. You couldn't really tell she was wobbling. How much do you deduct for that? So, like, that alone just shows how much experience she has, the fact that she was able to do that. Would reduce the difficulty level to a B. Because she did it with her legs straight, that makes the difficulty level a C. In gymnastics, the skills are ranked A through E based on how hard they are. A being the easiest, E being the most difficult.
Madison Ward scores a 9.9 on floor.
Well deserved.
Which ties the highest score we've seen in any event today from any gymnast. Natasha Marsh also a 9.9 on the balance beam. Here is Elie Golison to finish the floor for Utah State.
Golison is a very strong front tumbler we will see tonight. On floor, you're required to tumble both forward and backward. She's so strong with her front tumbling, though. They choose to have her do all of her tumbling passes forward, and then we'll see she'll do like a standing back layout as part of her dance. There it is, and that counts. This counts as her back tumbling pass. For a strong front full front lay here. She'll be paying attention to her corners. Chest is up, very strong on the front full. From this angle, it was a little difficult to tell if she will get a front lay or a front pike for her final salto of that pass.
Golison scored a 9.675 last week against BYU. And what we think will be an improved score here. Overall, good rotation for Utah State, who is into the 49+ mark as well.
Here's that final pass. You see her chest is up nice and high as she takes off for her front full. Her body rotates around her shoulders. And then she ends with the front pike.
Scores are in for Shannon Evans, a 9.825. BYU will drop one of 3 9.825s as the low score. That's always a nice situation to be in. And take that 49.275, just missing their season best on the balance beam going back to their opening meet against Utah. Here is an exhibition routine for the Cougars.
Great fight. A few problematic things with that series. I don't think she will received the connection. There was a little bit of a bobble in between the front toss and the back handspring, that is a required move, that connection. We talked about that earlier. It is hard connecting the front to back. So that, in addition to the wobble, may cause some issues with her score. Everything else, though, has looked very good. She's rebounded well.
Hanna Miller with the dismount, the junior. And the exhibition routine is over.